Hello, my name is Not Important, and I am presenting Odko for Coolest Projects 2021. I started Odko as a personal project. It is intended to be a minimal graphical programming language, based off the principle that limitations reduce possibilities, so that inspiration comes easier. Since I got the idea, I always knew how I wanted it to look, but never quite how it would function. I also always wanted to be able to program microcontrollers with Odko in a similar way to how modular synths work, and I have the parts ordered too. So the way that it works in the front end is you have a grid or a table. You can add columns and rows/blocks to the table, and you can connect each block to blocks to the left and to the right of it. In each block you can put up to 7 characters of command. I used to only give you 3, but then I realized that is stupid, so I upped it to 5 and later settled on 7. Even in its very limited current form, there are many things Odko can do. In short, we have integers, strings, variables, and control flow, consisting of conditionals and loops. Finally, it has a basic console that you can print lines to and provide input to with a keyboard and mouse. So far in developing Odko, there hasn't been much difficulty except in finding time to work on it, especially with all the CBAs and studying I have to do for my junior cert. But I predict most difficulty will arise in the near future, where I want Odko to be Turing complete, which requires adding many new features like functions, arrays, and other things I talk about in the roadmap section. FIZZBUZZ is a group word game designed to teach children about division. Players take turns to count incrementally, replacing any number divisible by 3 with fizz, and replacing any number divisible by 5 with the word buzz. If the number is divisible by both, it is replaced by the word FIZZBUZZ. So how do you write this in Odko? Well, when the application is ran, it increments the register AA. When incrementing an undefined register, it is just set to the incrementing value. If that value is less than or equal to 100, we will continue running the program, otherwise print done to the console. Now if AA is equally divisible by 5, then we write a value for buzz. If AA is equally divisible by 3, then we write a value for fizz, and then we append a space after the value of AA, so when we combine all these values in the next step in reverse order, there will be a space between the number and the FIZZBUZZ. If AA is not equally divisible by 5 or by 3, or both, there will be no value written, so then that undefined value will be treated as no connection to the concatenator. Lastly, we print the resulting string into the console and then jump back to the start, repeating the loop until we reach 100. You can look at the source code for the project at github.com/comfies/odko. Other examples are in the code folder, and I recommend you experiment with those first before you try writing your own programs. Originally, Odko started off as an Electron application, so I could better interface with connected microcontrollers. But I transitioned Odko to simply being a web app, and now either I will write small tools to help it interface with microcontrollers, or rewriting the entire project in Hakes, which I most likely will. The biggest limitation of Odko at the moment is that there is no mouse control in the UI at all, and you have to do everything with the keyboard. I have tried my best to make the keyboard controls as intuitive as possible, and I have tried to base them off of Blender's shortcuts, which I really like, and also adding many different aliases if you prefer a slightly different input style. More advanced upcoming features include objects/classes, although I have no clue how that would look like. For the console, I would eventually like to have it have the functionality of a full terminal emulator, giving you full control of the cursor and allowing you to write text at any point in the screen. Something really advanced that I don't know if I will ever add is concurrency and related stuff. Vosotros.